Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Carthage Esports stream, our regular season finale for NECC Rocket League. Currently underway, the Carthage Firebirds Red taking on Indiana Tech in a match to determine the #1 overall seed in Division 2 West B competition. I am Turbo Juggler, joined alongside Flair. How are you doing this evening?
Oh, I'm doing great, man. It's been a long time since I've gotten to cast, and now I get to cast with the GOAT of casting, so, it's going to be a good time. I'm excited. It's also senior night for the Carthage Firebirds here. None of the seniors on Carthage Red this semester, but I think they're going to try and put a little show on for the unks out there.
Oh, for sure, especially our guy Taxivator on Carthage White, which we'll see Carthage White after this matchup at around 7 p.m. or so, whenever this match gets done. And we'll honor the seniors as well later on in the broadcast. But right now, Indiana Tech and Carthage Firebirds Red going at it.
Yeah, Indiana Tech, always a fun one now because it does have, as he's going for the sidewall there, the ex-Carthage player, Miller, right here. You knew him as Side Toast last year, and Chippy, along with Miller, will open up the scoring for Indiana Tech here.
Let's take a look at what happened there. Pixler trying to pass it off the Veil, but Bluey a nice 50, and then Chippy just right place, right time.
Yeah, it's just a tough 50 there right in front of the net and a great follow-up there by Indiana Tech. They score early, but plenty of time for Carthage to bounce on back here.
Yeah, for sure. This team is the definition of resilience. We've seen it countless times on the stream with their games against Davenport and Mount Union, just for an example. And last week, they went against University of Houston. They swept them 4-0, so they're feeling good heading into this one. And both of these teams already clinched for the playoffs, but that #1 seed is always good to have.
It absolutely is, and we almost find a shot on net there as Bluey now trying to transfer it back. Vale's going to cut it off in the midfield. The pop-up from Chippy comes through, takes it to the sidewall. Miller will have to follow, instead it'll be Bluey. But Pixel with a great 50. Miller cuts it off in the midfield. Vale now working, and we see both teams kind of just trying to establish that midfield pressure right now, trying to establish that boost control. Who's going to have it? It's going to be Miller with the reset. Doesn't quite find it, though. Follow-up shot also kicked away.
Bluey's shot also kicked away. That's 3 great stands on defense for Carthage Red. Vale trying to center this one. Bluey's there to read it, popping that up, trying to maybe do a little solo play there. Mondo there with the interception. Vale gets demoed, though. Opens things up for Indiana Tech, at least for the moment, but a booming punt sends it towards Indiana Tech's half. That's a bad touch, and Mondo taking advantage of it for the Firebirds.
That's a great equalizer there for the Firebirds, always ready to strike. Bluey not getting the optimal touch there. Very surprising out of Bluey too much. You kind of see him trying to do a little too much, tries to get the perfect touch into the corner, but really I think he would have been fine with just clearing it to the other corner. Yeah, there would have been a little more pressure, but ultimately it cost him a goal in the end, and we are tied up at around halftime.
You notice Pixler as well demoing. I mean, he leads the team in demos with 65 demos now.
Holy.
Yeah.
Yeah, having team with Pixar, I've seen those demo numbers, and he just has gotten better and better at them every year as he's had to chase down higher and higher level players. So it's an art for him at this point.
He's really just the muscle of this team, all things considered. Should be trying to center this one for Bluey, who's going to rotate in position. Awkward bounce, though, is not able to read that. Fail. Trying to put it center. Miller popping it up. Pixler trying to get the 50. Bluey does win it. Center opportunity for Indiana Tech. Miller just a little bit wide on that touch. However, it's still in center position, but Vale going to clear this one. Pixler, great 50. Minimal boost. Will be Mondo's job to try and clear this one. Doesn't get the 50, though. Miller puts it in position.
We see the pass come mid, but no one there awaiting it except for Vale, who's going to clear it on downfield. Firebirds have been doing a pretty good job at when they're on defense, bending but not breaking, and they're doing that by maintaining a good boost control. They've been able to keep their corners in their own boost tanks, which has allowed them to sustain this defense.
Oh, that crossbar rejecting it. Oh, man. That's got to hurt if you're Indiana Tech. Oh, that shot's on line for Vale. That's a save, though.
And Miller finds the save there, but that's not it for the Carthage offense. Bluey trying to get past one, doesn't find two. Vale looking for the double touches toward net. Miller has to make that last-second save. And the pressure now is on Indiana Tech as we see Pixler dice up one, tries to go for the bump on the second. Bluey's got an awkward touch out, but no one's there for the follow because of the Carthage demos happening in the back line.
Indiana Tech just trying to rush, just trying to put the ball in there, but Carthage just playing it patiently. They know what they want to do on defense. I thought that one was going to go in, but just a bit short.
Pinch across, though. Pixler tries to find the recenter. It's going to be up to Mondo on low boost to pop it up to Vale, but instead it'll be Miller meeting him there. And now Chippy with the 1v2 opportunity. Gets past one, can't find the second one. Mondo with a nice little dive there. Still working on lower boost here. It's not looking great for the Firebirds in terms of boost. Pixel's the only one with a full tank. as Vale starts to collect some. Pixlr gets the clear downfield. We see the demos coming through now. Should be a little bit of a reset for both, as the Firebirds now have that boost. Someone needs to take it here, and once again, we're just back at that midfield pressure. We're seeing who can get the better 50s, who's going to control that boost, and that shot's going to be toward net and just off, as Vale now has the chance to counter. 10 seconds left on the clock. Chippy cuts it off. Who's the follow-up? It'll be Mondo. Misses from both teams, which means the shot from Pixlr will be just kicked away, and we might see some OT here if we don't see some last-second magic.
Pixlr's in the vicinity. Oh, it drops. He was going to try to carry that one off that right wall, but it drops. Overtime for game one, and in a series like this, you expect something like this to happen.
You absolutely do. Now, Indiana Tech did best the Firebirds last semester, but that was with Nyrome as a piece of the puzzle. Right now, we've got Mondo slotted in, so we'll see if that can be the difference maker going forward. And maybe it is with this shot, as Chippy not quite able to get the touch. Bluey around one. Someone's going to have to challenge. It's going to have to be Vale. Instead, Pixlr jumps. The cutoff is there. Is the double there? It's not, and this is a breakaway opportunity for the Firebirds. Bluey has to cut it off. Low boost now for Indiana Tech. Miller the only one with any. Firebirds have a great chance to counterattack here. Chippy trying to pass it off to Miller. Will Mondo be there for the cut? Not quite, but it does enough as Vale should be able to collect in the corner. Gets the full boost for his troubles, but that 50-50 just kind of bouncing around the corner. We'll see if the clear comes through. It does. That's a miss here. It's up to Miller now to get a nice little touch into the corner, and he does so as we transfer back to the orange half.
See what Miller could do here on zero boost. Oh, what a save from Pixlr. Mondo missing the initial touch, but Pixlr, right place, right time. We're a minute into this overtime. Chippy's going to look to recenter this one, but it goes backwards. What is happening? Is that going to go in? It is! What?
Well, look at that.
Vale, what happened here?
Just a pinch and a bad 50-50 that's going to go all the way. And, you know, that's kind of been the staple of that entire first game. It was who's going to get those better 50-50s in the midfield. This one just happens to happen in the corner and finds it all the way, the long ball downfield, throwing the Hail Mary, and the Firebirds take game one.
Yeah, I mean, that was just insane. I mean, a la to what Vale did against, you know, Southeastern Oklahoma a few weeks ago. Almost a psycho on his own half and then just putting it into their half. I mean, what can he do at this point?
Yeah, Vale once again stepping up big. Although in the demo department, we do see it's Mondo. Actually, the stats just adjusted right before my eyes. So Mondo had 3 a second ago. That one went over to Vale now. But Firebirds not actually getting as many demos as the opposing Indiana Tech, and I think that's going to be a key going forward. I think the Firebirds can really build on this momentum as long as they stay out of the demo game on their half.
Yes.
Yeah, they're doing a fine job finding their rotational ones on the offense, but as long as they're not getting demoed, I think that's going to be the key difference maker here.
Yeah, obviously you want to play to your strengths, but you know, if you can find a different way to get a better advantage in the matchups, obviously go for that. I mean, we know this team is demo heavy. We know Pixlr is the main contributor for that. We know Vale is, you know, the main shooter, the main saver, and Mondo is the one that scores most of the goals because everything's set up and he's just right there.
Just
right
there.
place, right
Tap-in
time.
merchant, some may call him. I call him a striker. I call him a striker. Some may call him a tap-in merchant. Not over here, though, of course. And we should be getting into game number 2 in a second here. Yep, here we go. Firebirds up 1-0 in the series.
Let's see if the Firebirds can hang on to this momentum. Indiana Tech, again, going to be a tough opponent for them here. Both teams are 5-1. Indiana Tech has a slightly better game differential with 15 as opposed to Carthage's 13. That's why Indiana Tech, if you look at the League OS rankings, Indiana Tech is slotted above.
Yeah, but that could all change right here, and it's already we've already cut that game differential down by 1, so I believe it should be 13-12 now, if my math is correct. But Bluey with a great dunk, gonna try and shut me up immediately. 30 seconds into this game, and we got the same scoreline as we did toward the start of game 1.
Yeah, Indiana Tech just starting out hot here. Great goal from Bluey. And if you're in Indiana Tech, just see if you can keep the momentum going because, you know, it was a 1-1 tie for a long time in game 1, and they couldn't find their footing for a second goal. So if you're Indiana Tech, you want to have some consistency. For Carthage, on the other hand, just respond quickly. They almost just did right there.
Yeah, you know, a mainstay of the Firebirds esports program that I don't think we're proud of, but we are proud of the fact that we can stay resilient, but we don't like that we do go behind early. And in fact, Miller's going to put us down 2 right off the rip here with only 50 seconds off the clock.
I think that was a miscalculation of where the ball was going to go from Pixlr. Yeah, I think he thought Vale was going to get that touch, but wasn't able to secure it. Yeah,
absolutely. It was definitely some trust from Pixlr there that just kind of fell through because Vale wasn't able to get the touch. Firebirds trying a little bit sneaky kickoff there. It's going to end up in Bluey's favor as Mondo gets a 50-50. That clear downfield. Miller's going to have an awkward touch, but recovers beautifully, and he's going to find it over almost one, but not two. As this stays now in the Indiana Tech corner, Pixlr trying to cut it off. Look for that pass mid. It's going to be over to Vale. Can Vale find it? Not quite. No cleanup opportunity as Miller's up immediately. No boost in the tank to work with, though. It's going to have to go off to Chippy, and that's going to be a bar down and in. As Indiana Tech responding big in game 2.
Yeah, I like the way Indiana Tech played defense on that, possession of Carthage, and then their ability to just get it down the field. I mean, this is a completely different team than we saw in game 1. They're able to open it up a lot more, and Carthage Red are just, pressured more than they were in game 1. They're down 3, but there still is a lot of time to come back.
Yeah, I think the main thing that I'm seeing differently in this game is Carthage is banging the ball just a little bit more than Indiana Tech right now. They're not really recognizing when they have a little space or when they only need to beat one and keep it close. Whereas Indiana Tech is doing a great job of keeping the ball close, and there's the overcommit from Carthage.
That's unfortunate.
And there's number
Pixlr.
4.
Number 4 for Indiana Tech. Just an unfortunate situation for Pixlr. Bluey winning that challenge, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, that's a tough one there. It's just a bit of an overcommit, and that's the Firebirds trying to force something. They're down by 3, but there is still a lot of time on the clock. These Rocket League games, typically the scoreline is around 3-2, but I mean, anything could happen with that much time on the clock.
Yeah,
the Firebirds can start to bring this back, and then momentum comes into play. Chippy there with a miss. Mondo tries to put it upfield to Vale. Vale's going to have a chance to at least try and center it, and now we'll see Firebirds have to make sure they don't overcommit here. They do a good job at that. Pixlr able to get the 50 in the midfield. Mondo's going to get the touch. That demo coming through is going to be tough, though. Now it rolls on over to the blue half. Chippy going for the Cuxer pinch. Doesn't really find much power on it. So this is the time we got to control, and just doesn't quite connect. The idea was there, but Miller cut it off very well, and that's a double commit out of Indiana Tech that we just can't capitalize on.
See what Mondo can do here. Awkward coming off of that wall. Unable to control full possession of it. Miller's going to go off the left side. Leave it over for Chippy to do more of the same, trying to center that one in position. Mondo, though, great clear, minimal boost. Vale is down the field.
Yeah, and I just don't love that force out of Vale right there. It's just, there's other people waiting back, and jumping with 20 boosts is going to be tough. Firebirds, I think, are just getting a little overzealous, and it might lead to another overcommit if Mondo can't get the touch here. He does find it, but pressure is still underway. Double commit out of Indiana Tech, and it's pinched. Are we going to see another one? The chance opportunity's there. Chippy should be there and cuts it away. Vale trying to look for that backboard touch, and it's kicked out by Chippy. Mondo tries to control, but just can't keep it anywhere near his car as Bluey's going to take control here.
Miller going to try to center this one. Vale's going to take possession, wins the challenge. About 1 minute and 35 to go, so time is starting to become a factor for Carthage, but at least for game 2 here.
It absolutely is, and with the Firebirds just being so aggressive with their rotations, it might lead to another goal, but Vale finds the save through the smoke screen. Great stuff out of him, but can they find another? They can. Mondo on the goal line. Firebirds on low boost. Pixlr up, just trying to alleviate that pressure for half a second. But Indiana Tech, privy to the game, they're going to keep a couple men downfield, knowing that the Firebirds might start to panic. They know they've just got to play the possession game, and in fact, it works out. Firebirds on low boost, and it's 5-0 for Indiana Tech in game 2.
Yeah, when you get caught in that situation, when you're in your own half for so long, you're down big, down 4, for example. I mean, it's just so hard to come back from that, and when time ticks away, it's even harder. So yeah. Carthage Red is going to have to reset here for game 3.
Absolutely. Firebirds, I think, probably looking for a little bit of momentum here that they can use. Any goal will help. Just showing that, hey, we scored on them in game 1. We can still score on them. Not going scoreless here, I think, is key for the Firebirds.
Hey!
And there it is for Vale.
There we go.
As he'll find one to set them up for game number 3.
That is valuable momentum that can be used into game 3 and 50 seconds to go. Why not put another one on them?
Why not? Why not us?
Yeah.
Why not us? Firebirds got dwindling minute here left in game number 2. Vale's going for another one. He goes over 2. 50 with Miller. Miller's in an awkward spot. But no one from the Firebirds feel like crashing the net. They've seen what has happened too many times this game where they've committed that third man, and the Indiana Tech has just been able to capitalize with their 50-50s. Vale, though, looking for that counter. Pix is going to be up next, but oh my gosh, Miller egoing and pre-jumping to make sure that there is no passing lane to be there. But we'll see one more shot come out.
There we go, Mondo.
Gets number 2. Hey, see something cheeky on the kickoff, and all of a sudden, crazier things have happened in 20 seconds. I've watched Mondo himself, actually, on LAN last semester when I was teaming with him. In the final 20 seconds of a game, we scored 3 goals to win. So, we'll see what happens here.
Starting to plant the seeds,
game 5,
but Miller
too.
going to put a 6
Miller's going to go, never mind. But you see, that only happened. Firebirds trying something crazy on the kickoff. It's a low percentage play in those last seconds. It quite essentially is the Hail Mary of Rocket League, or those last second kickoff plays. It just doesn't quite work out, but it's good to see the Firebirds are still trying, seeing what we could throw out there, seeing what we're capable of in those dwindling moments. But we will be heading into game 3 with a tied up scoreline, maybe even 7-2 here.
Yep, 7-2. Okay, well, really just putting a stamp on this game is Indiana Tech.
They absolutely are. Chippy there. Mondo might have even helped out. Just get a little doink, getting it on in.
A little doink action in there.
See, we got a nice little hydration check I see out of Pixlr and Mondo. Obviously, maybe just need a couple sips. We'll get back at it.
Yep.
It's like the Gatorade in the 2K series. It just rejuvenates the players,
right,
gets them going, gets them ready.
Get him in that timeout right now and just, talk it over. And, I think in those last 30 seconds or so, Carthage scored 2 goals. They're planting the seeds for something that could happen later in the series.
That is the goal there. They got a couple there at the end to make sure that they show, you can't shut us out. That's at least it. Trying to not throw that try not to throw too much momentum in the way of Indiana Tech here. See, we got X-Ray in the chat. Oh, no, not Miller. yeah, we're playing Miller. Yep. It always ends up end of the season somehow. We're playing Indiana Tech. Miller's last season as a Rocket League player, from what I hear. So, hopefully we can retire him here. That'd be the goal.
That'd be the good outcome.
The good outcome. So we'll see what happens here.
Yep. Yeah, and this is best of 7, so it's not like a best of 5. So, Carthage doesn't really need to let 7-2 final in game 2 get to their heads. Got plenty of more games to go. So,
yeah, Firebirds, I think almost every best of 7 they've played this season, they've won 4-2. And they've usually lost the first or second game. So, I fully believe in them to just keep on rolling here as we head into game number 3. Shot already on target, but kicked away by Pixlr. And we'll see what Indiana Tech wants to do in order to keep their momentum going. They get aggressive early.
And in both of the games in the series, they've opened up with a singular goal within, I believe, the first 30 seconds at least. So we'll see if that happens again, or maybe the tides will turn.
Yeah, and in game 1, it was in the first 50 seconds, and it was 30 seconds in game 2, and that just keeps on rolling. It'll be even less in game 3, 24 seconds now. Firebirds just got to find a way to not have so many men overcommitted upfield to where we can have someone cutting there for the third man or getting back so the third man can challenge there. As we're being left in just I haven't done math in a long time, 26 seconds. My last math class was my freshman year, so that's on me there.
It's a nice pass, and that's a second goal for Indiana Tech.
Yeah, that's tough there. And only 14 seconds later, boom, I got that one on lock. As the Firebirds just trying to play off. We saw Mondo trying to get a tough read off the backboard there, but Miller just playing the miss. And frankly, that's something I'm seeing out of Miller a lot this series. I think he's playing with a lot more confidence. I think it's because it's the know your enemy strategy.
Yep.
Miller, I'm seeing him play with quite an ego this
goodness.
round.
Great save, though.
Yeah, almost a crazy.
I believe that was Mondo coming across. Could be wrong, though. The car came super fast, so. Louis trying to center this one over to Chippy. That one's going to be above the crossbar. Maybe a third man following behind.
That's
Miller's
an awkward
there,
touch.
but
and there's the Firebirds clearing it away. See, those are the moments you need to recognize. You have just a little bit of space, and Vale had some boost to work with.
Yeah, they just got to jump on the clears, and, most of the time they have the clears. They can set them up, but there's just no one there to follow up.
Oh, that's going to be tough. And there's the crossbar.
There's the crossbar.
Dink.
Hey, that's the first time I've actually heard that.
Dink. Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Rocket League has added a crossbar dink, and I'll tell you, when you're down in a game and you crossbar dink, it might be the most demoralizing thing you could hear in your entire life.
Okay. Trading when? Question mark. Hey, we'll get a goal instead. There we go.
Fine. You can keep trading away as long as Pixlr keeps scoring these.
Nice goal from Pixlr.
Just dust Miller to that ball. Bluey not quite back on the recovery. The Firebirds up. Down only by 1 now, as we got 3:14 left on the clock.
And Carthage just has to find a way to be faster to the ball, and Demo might do that. However, someone's got to guard it. Oh, no. A defensive miscue, and Bluey scoring again. How many goals does he have in the series? I know he had a few in game 2, but.
Yeah, that's tough. Vale knows he's kicking himself right now. He knows he's got to be hitting that that save there, and that's an uncharacteristic miss out of Vale. So hopefully the Firebirds can shake that one off and clean it up, and hopefully not let that affect them too much as they continue here. Only down by 2.
All right, definitely a more reasonable margin to work with. Pixlr trying to center this one, going a little bit too slow though. Indiana Tech just knows exactly what Carthage Red wants to do. That's going to Waterfall down, but Pixlr's there for the save. We though back in rotation, just trying to add more pressure on the Firebirds. Should be centering it over to Miller, who dots it in.
That's a tough one there from the Firebirds. You saw the grimace on Mondo's face from that one, thinking he should have had the touch there. And just kind of beats by him.
He just missed it, too.
And it's a slot there from Miller as this game is starting to get away from the Firebirds once again.
And just have to keep that strong mentality that they've been possessing all season long here. Bluey, great save. And
Good pop from Pix.
Can't let it get to your head at this point.
Mondo trying to follow up in the corner, but the Firebirds low on boost, have to collect some. They find some, but it's going to have to be at the cost of dealing with pressure as Pix clears that one away. The pass comes mid. It's a little bit behind him. Vale could probably shoot. Is it going to be off the crossbar and out? Pix and Mondo now double committing. It's going to be tough here. Vale's got to be careful here. Bluey now with the chance to pass off to Miller. Miller with the shot opportunity.
Oh, I thought we were going to see a triple play.
Yeah, I thought little three-man.
Right, Chippy was right there, too.
But Indiana Tech, knowing that they really don't need to force anything here with a 3-goal lead, they just got to keep playing their game, keeping the ball close, getting those Carthage guys to overcommit right now. And that's what we're seeing happen. Firebirds need to play a little closer. That we starting to see it out of Pix. I think Pix has really been stepping up on recognizing what the boys need to make this happen. Mondo gets a bump but not a demo, and so that's not going to allow the shot to fall. In a minute 30 now, you need to see the Firebirds score soon.
Yeah, and then when Carthage Red is just getting good shots, Indiana Tech is there. So they're playing excellent defense in this game 3 and obviously in the game 2.
All right, we saw 2 now on the Carthage Firebirds half, but that third just does such a good job. Firebirds not finding each other on these clears to the corner is allowing Indiana Tech to have that more aggressive third man. Bit of a transition opportunity for the Firebirds, but Bluey coming back, gets that cut off perfectly. And now Miller cuts it off. Boost steal out from Bluey. Pass mid. Shot opportunities there, and Chippy will find it.
Wow. Yeah, Indiana Tech is just playing so fast right now.
It is pretty lights out, and you're starting to see a bit of panic come out of the Firebirds. They're just not quite – they don't look comfortable on the field right now. And maybe that's due to the fact that they haven't played an opponent as strong as Indiana Tech in a while. As Indiana Tech definitely – one of the stronger teams, I'd even say like a top 5 team in Division 2, to be honest, just with how they're performing in CRL. So, this is the team that you want to beat if you want to start getting into that final echelon of teams at the top level of the Collegiate Rocket League scene. Firebirds have the ability to do it, but they just don't play at this level as consistently.
And to your point, their last game was on March 6th before we had our spring break. They played against University of Houston, and the University of Tennessee Knoxville forfeited their whole season. That was supposed to be the March 13th game. Oh, great save by Bluey on the shot attempt from Vale. But yeah, UTK forfeited their season, so Carthage didn't get that extra game in before this one. And we all knew, we all circled this one on our calendars. We knew this one was going to be the big one.
It absolutely
Last second one for Pixlr.
Once again, gives you at least a little momentum. And the thing is, I don't think the Firebirds by any means are worried. I don't think the mental's chalked in any way. This is a team that really, like, there's only one player on that I could think of that could start to get it out, but these two other players, they always pick them up. So it's really, I think it's going to be fine mental-wise. You're down 2-1. You've been down 2-1 before, and it's a best of 7. They still need 2 more. It's not like you've got one more life as you do in the normal best of 5s.
Yep.
So we'll see. Firebirds, do you know if they have timeouts in these best of 7s? Have you seen one yet?
I have not seen one.
All right, if you haven't seen one, they probably don't have one.
Yeah.
Because I play in Division 3. We don't get timeouts for best of 5s. So, you know, they'll take that full minute in between the game at least. Seems like they're starting to talk, chat it up. We see on the cams. We see Coach West in the background giving what insight he can. And West, you know, one of his greatest strengths as a coach is finding the questions that get your players thinking about the right answers. And when the players are thinking about the right answers, it's a lot more easier to execute than I think just listening to a coach. And so hopefully they get the right answers going here to find a way to stop those early scores that just kept snowballing into the
Right, yep. And that was the theme of games 2 and 3. So if Carthage can minimize that, we could be looking at a whole different game here.
Fingers crossed. I'll throw the rally cap on. Well, all right, we don't need the rally cap yet. We're not down. It's not reverse sweep scenario. or Warriors Cavs 3-1 scenario quite
Cleveland.
yet. Cleveland, this is for you. All right, we are getting into game number 4 here. Indiana Tech bolstering a 2-1 lead, and we see a kickoff strike coming out of Indiana Tech. Pixler's all over it, though.
Miller and Chippy trying to combine, use the power of friendship to their advantage. However, Carthage is going to stop them for the moment. Vale has possession of the ball. Chippy coming from behind, though. I think he demos Mondo.
I think he did, and that's just going to alleviate that pressure for Indiana Tech. That's a bad 50. Bluey, though, not much boost to work with. Will find the reset still and gets over off the crossbar. Crossbar again. Will the follow-up third come through? Reset. Goes off the backboard. Can't use it. Vale kicks it away. Bluey now trying to recenter. Low boost, but the name of the game is pressure for Indiana Tech. They love staying out of their own half. They don't like these long stays on defense. They love finding each other in that midfield and being able to connect. And there it is again. Passes toward the midfield. Cut off this time from Pixler. And the pinch, not quite perfect, so Vale's going to have a chance. He leaves it for Mondo off the corner. Vale with the shot opportunity, and it's just barely kicked away.
See, that was the right play call there from Vale. It was just a little wide, and then Bluey was just right place, right time. Chippy's shot is in for Indiana Tech, and another early goal.
Yeah, that's a really tough save for Pixler. He gets smoke screened there. The shot's coming through from Chippy. He still gets close. Just Chippy has been – everyone on Indiana Tech has been shooting pretty lights out aside from one crossbar I've seen. Firebirds, though, were able to hold off for a full minute this time.
Yep.
And they did do that by means of playing more
possession.
There
we go.
And in
Tie
fact,
game.
We'll equalize immediately there.
There we go. And they're already improving here in this game 4. Simple little dump off from Vale to Pixler.
Yeah, great little play there. And that's what we need to see out of the Firebirds is just more controlled touches. And we saw it at the start of the game immediately. That's why the pressure didn't come. So my only thing I was worried about was if they got scored on, would that start to fall apart? But it clearly hasn't. Pixler gets past 1. Vale now keeps it close. Doesn't quite find the 50, but still puts him in an awkward spot now. And Pix playing patient there. The pass off to Mondo. Doesn't quite get over Chippy.
Yeah, they've been getting some great shots early on in this game for Carthage. Mondo trying to put another one up, but Bluey's there for the save. And if you're Indiana Tech, you got to expect Carthage to be more aggressive than they have been in this series. So you have to keep your defense top-notch the way we've been seeing it. If you're Indiana Tech, if you're Carthage, just keep attacking.
Yeah, absolutely. And now we're starting to see just kind of some clears that are not really to anyone, clears without purpose, panic clears, if you will. And if Firebirds can just stop doing that, start to look for each other a little more, play those 50s a little more, I think they'll be in great shape again. So it'll all depend on what we see out of Pixler and the rest of the Firebirds here on this transition out. He gets demoed for his troubles, though.
Yeah, they're really isolating Pixler out of, their offense, Indiana Tech.
50-50 comes through. It's not quite a shot on. We see a nice fake out of Chippy. Vale Doesn't quite bite. Shot just doesn't come through. No connection from Pixlr there. Transition opportunity for Miller and Mondo. Shot comes. Oh my gosh! Now Bluey's missing. The transition's the other way. There's a chance for it to go over. It's got to be a follow-up, and that crossbar is brutal again.
I get, Vale probably thought somebody was coming from behind. He had a little time to, sort of just make sure the ball went in and not just, rely on it going above the crossbar and then somebody else reading it. He had the open lane, but unfortunately sometimes just can't capitalize on those opportunities.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate one, but luckily it is still 1-1. Firebirds still plenty of time, and they have the pressure right now. Vale's going to find full boost. Chippy's going to dive on that one. Just going to force picks upfield. Vale with the pop now to Mondo, but Miller will cut it off. We see a force come out of Pixlr, but that's actually a double commit as Vale went 2. Luckily, no one there waiting in that blue corner, but this transition will be good pressure for Indiana Tech, forcing Vale do some cartwheels and net. Great plays, great composure.
Oh,
but the
my
crossbar
goodness.
from Miller.
Wow.
Once a Firebird, always a Firebird. Crossbar Kings as they look for the transition out. Bluey pops it mid, calls his own number, gets the 50-50 reset, and we see the slot opportunity come through, and Chippy will find it.
Yeah, that's all in the mechanics right there.
Ooh. That's tough. Mondo finds himself trapped on the post there, thinking that 50-50 was not just going to go straight down. It was going to go into the corner. He started moving that way. Tried to get back, just couldn't find his footing in time. Firebirds got to do something quick here with a minute left.
It's always that corner that gets you as a defender if you're in a intense situation. You have to make that rotation. You have to be there for the play. Sometimes that post isn't too kind.
Oh, that post is absolutely not too kind. Some call it the fourth defender when you're on offense. Vale now trying to transfer out here. It's going to find its way all the way back to the orange half and back to the orange corner. Vale the only one with boost. Luckily, that one spawned right on top of Pixlr here, so he should have a chance to turn on this. And there's Mondo finding another lucky boost spawn, but Bluey cuts it all off. 30 seconds left now on the clock. The demo comes through. The shot opportunity kicked away by Mondo, but the follow-up is there from Miller, and Bluey will finish it off. 2-goal lead now for Indiana Tech.
And just another great play. Mondo overwhelmed on defense, and Pixlr trying to get back in time, but Chippy just blocks him off at the end. Had no boost as well.
We'll see if the Firebirds can think of something on the kickoff here. They don't really go for anything. They go for a standard kickoff. Miller now to the skies. 2 jump, though, I believe. Yeah. Pixlr, last man, dives and saves. Doesn't have any boost left. No one on Firebirds have boost. Mondo tries. Vale going to kick it away. Miscommunications coming out left and right. Picks, if you're going to score, it's got to be now. The pass goes off. It goes toward the net, but Bluey is there to control it. And now Firebirds, we might be facing a little Cleveland scenario here.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, Carthage Red looked better in Game 4 within, the first 2 minutes, but as the game went on again, they were just overwhelmed by Indiana Tech's offense and their ability to efficiently demo and, like you said, just find each other on the field, pass it around.
Yeah, absolutely. And at that higher level of play that we're at right now, the offense of Indiana Tech is just going to get going on every single double commit that happens. So the Firebirds played great in those first 2 minutes, but the moment they started letting those double commits come through, it's just that much easier to capitalize, that much easier to go steal the Firebirds boost, that much easier to just wear them down. So it's not even a matter of it's not like they're getting outclassed, it's just they're getting out-resourced. It's a very grindy game from Indiana Tech. They're finding each other well. And so the Firebirds got to do something to either control the boost better or cut off these passing plays in order to start finding these W's here.
Right. I would expect them to do a little bit more with the kickoffs as well to sort of set the tone for
Absolutely. Wouldn't be mad at
this
that. Wouldn't hate.
Right. Wouldn't hate that
Wouldn't
at
hate
all.
that.
No, it'd be something different that Indiana Tech probably wouldn't expect.
Yeah, and I know the Firebird Red, they like their kickoffs. I know they scrim and they practice a few of them. So, it's always tough to call. They're such risky plays. It's always tough to call them when you're down in a series. But I think that's what you need. You need some to start shaking it up, and this might be it as Bluey has to clear it over to Chippy. Mondo finds the demo on 1, tries to get the 50-50. It's passed back out to Mondo. Mondo rips it, and that's a double commit now out of Indiana Tech. Low boost to work with, 50-50 coming through. But no one there from the Firebirds to answer except Mondo. It's going to be off. Oh, no, it's not. It's going to find it.
The smoke screen got us. We couldn't
Smoke
see
screen
what
had
happened.
Me fooled. Yeah, Bluey, uncharacteristic miss there, and Mondo licking his chops at the chance to shoot on net, and he's going to find one there for the Firebirds.
That'll get him confident.
Firebirds, their first lead since they won the overtime in game number 1.
Yes. See if they can keep this up here. Chippy, oh, wow. Great 50 from Vale.
Great 50s all around. It's going to alleviate. Firebirds have to get a little bit of boost here. Mondo's going to find some. Vale still working on nothing here. Going to pass it out to Pixlr.
Touch, though, off 0 boost. See what Pixlr can do here. Bluey's going to get it past Pixlr and Mondo. Vale, powerful touch, though. It's going to be up to Chippy to read this one.
Now the kick out is there. Mondo pops it. Bluey cuts it off. The flick comes through.
Great cutoff from Vale. Chippy's there to clear it, but Pixlr putting it in center position. Miller there for the touch as well. Minimal boost for Indiana Tech. Pixlr trying to slot that one in. Goes gingerly above the crossbar, and we see a lot more pressures being put on Indiana Tech here. I'm not sure.
Firebirds, a little bit of miscommunication there.
Vale was going, Pixlr was going one way, and Mondo's going another way. I'm not sure what happened there. Bluey, though, trying to pass it off to Chippy.
Oh, the
Still in the air.
There. Holy cow, we've got some scary net play here. The shot, it's going to be off. Vale, Pixlr passes it up to Mondo here.
Mondo.
No connection, though. But that's another great 50. Miller cuts it off, and that will be a commit from Vale, so the Firebirds racing back now. But Mondo with a chiseled little read there, making sure to read Chippy's miss and stay on that as Pixlr now gets the pass toward mid. But here's the issue. Our second man just always on that search for boost right now. Not having enough on the tank to keep any pressure alive. Firebirds getting these clears and these bangs. They're playing that chaotic game, and they're playing it well. We'll see if they can sustain it, though, for another 3 minutes.
Vale's trying to center this one over to Mondo, I believe, over commit. I'm not sure what happened with Mondo there, I think. Another miscommunication.
Goal line save, though, from Pixlr.
Yep.
Great defensive stand there. It should have been basically an open net, but finds the dive there on Bluey. This is going to be a musty over 1, over 2. Pass mid, dicing it up. Who's going to be there? It'll be Vale taking it back to the corner. We're approaching halftime. That might be the overcommit from Indiana Tech. It goes up off the bar, off another bar now.
No.
Oh, no.
That's what we needed.
Oh, that would have been a great momentum
Mondo, though, has a second wind.
Firebirds at least keeping the pressure. That pinch is going to be tough to deal with. It's going to have to be Mondo, who's really been stepping up here in Game 4, I must say. He's been challenging the ball very well for the Firebirds. Pixlr now popping it up. Mondo has the chance, takes a second, controls it. Good stuff out of Mondo. Haven't done this casting thing in a minute. As Bluey now looks to get over 1, it's going to be up to Vale on the goal line. He can't
my goodness,
do it,
Chippy putting it in for
Chippy will slot it top left. That's going to take a lot of wind out of the sails of the Firebirds. You're sitting there thinking you should have had 2 opportunities to score at that point. And if you're the Firebirds, you just got to bounce back.
Had the ball in his midst. It's just Chippy just forced it into the goal.
See what they can do. Nothing crazy on the kickoff as Miller's going to try and pop it up to Bluey, who got full boost. Pixlr, though, with the cutoff. Good cut by Pixlr. Tries to hit it down to himself, maybe. Vale now committing. That's going to be tough. Pixlr, low boost, trying to chase it on back. Pass coming mid. No one there to answer. Vale gets the pop for Mondo. Mondo's only going to be able to get 1 touch on that low boost, so Vale knows he has to follow quickly. Miller touches it mid. It's not great. Pixlr to the backboard. Bluey waiting for him. Bluey now trying to go coast to coast. Gets over 1, but Pix gets the... Oh, gosh, it's almost an own goal. Unfortunate 50, but can it go the other way? It just might, and the Firebirds will somehow steal a goal here with a minute left on the clock. What a catch.
They robbed Peter to pay Paul. That's exactly what Carthage Red just did there. I mean, there's no other way to describe what just happened.
That was a great catch out of Mondo, who once again, I must say, is just stepping up big in Game 4 to make sure that the Firebirds are down but not out in this series. It's a tough kickoff. It's going to be slammed up by Miller. Vale and Pix on the double commit. Vale gets the clear toward net. It's off the backboard with the follow-up coming through from Pixlr. Pixlr gets under 1, over to Vale, backboard. Chippy will kick it away, though. Miller now with the transition opportunity over to Bluey. And we'll see what the Firebirds can do to contain this in the corner.
Mondo's going to have minimal boost. Veil finds a shot, and it's in for Carthage. They take a 2-goal lead, 38 seconds to go, in a pivotal Game 5.
Largest goal differential the Firebirds have had in this series in their favor, and they find it when they need it most. Back against the wall, they're going to keep on pushing. See if anything tricky on the kickoff comes through. Hard sheet from Bluey isn't going to phase Veil. He does get bumped, but recovers on the N1. Pass comes through. It's kicked away. It's got to be Veil now. Double commit from Mondo, though, but Pick should have the chance to get another shot toward net. Mondo up, fakes it. Bluey gets the kick away. 22 seconds now. Veil cuts that off. Firebirds starting to look comfortable in this fast-paced gameplay, starting to look like they know how to start getting it around Indiana Tech, knowing when they can and can't challenge. Looking a little dicey there on that transition out of Bluey, but with 10 seconds left, it needs to be Miller scoring this one immediately right now. Otherwise, not really a chance, as we are going to have to head to game number 6.
See if Bluey just going to let this one touch. Or could Carthage Red get a buzzer beater for a fourth? No, they won't.
Not quite, but we'll take the W all the same.
We will.
Great
Head
stuff.
into Game 6, and Carthage Red keeping themselves in this series. They
That
look
they
like
are.
a completely different team.
It looks like they woke up, and I must say that is, I think, 99% in part due to how Mondo's playing.
Yes.
He is playing lights out right now. He has got some great challenges on the ball where he's playing the ball really well. You know, a big issue earlier in the series, I saw a lot of the Firebirds just getting played around because they would just kind of throw their cars at the ball, hoping to block when there was too much space between. But the Firebirds are really doing a great job at closing down that space right now and making sure that they can get decent challenges on the ball to where they're pretty much guaranteed to get a piece of it. And I think that was the main thing we didn't see. We saw them overcommitting too much on the half for demos, on the opponent's half for demos, which didn't allow their third man to stay very close to the play. He had to play a much deeper role. But we saw Indiana Tech just capitalized on those counterattacks every single time. Firebirds now all doing a better job at staying close to the play, not doing too much of an overcommit for demos, and that's how they were able to just keep. In fact, they found the counterattack on Indiana Tech once or twice in this game, so hopefully they can keep that
Hopefully they can keep this up, and, you know, we've seen how dominant Indiana Tech can be, so Carthage Red cannot afford to fall asleep on their opponent here. I mean, Game 6, you got to get a reverse sweep at this point to win the series. Why not us?
Little 3-1 action, little Cavaliers. Not quite the reverse sweep, thankfully. Reverse sweep, monumental task to have to go through. We see it off the kickoff, and Bluey showing that Indiana Tech, we're still here. We still run the kickoff game against you guys so far. Mondo tried to find that 50, but Bluey orienting his that's the first word.
Yeah.
Orienting his car to find that low 50 and just get underneath Mondo there. 5 seconds in, and we see almost a second goal opportunity now for Indiana Tech. Great 50 out of Vail, though.
Great challenge, not afraid to challenge it in his own half was Vail. Just got to get it off of Carthage's side, though.
Miller looking for that 50-50. There's a lot of Indiana Tech players there. Miller finds a great shot after that 50-50. I didn't think he'd be able to recover that quickly. Now the Firebirds have to find a that's a great 50 out of Miller.
Yeah, it's a great 50. Yep.
Firebirds have to stop the bleeding here, though. I don't need them to score immediately, but they cannot get scored on again within this first minute, I think, in order to have a real shot at this game, because we've seen what happens when Indiana Tech starts getting confident.
Right, you can't let them play their own game. And if you do, things like this are going to happen. Mondo in the right corner trying to clear it, but just gets demoed right away from Bluey.
Vail looked for that double off the ground to himself. Doesn't quite find the touch. Miller's going to get a reset over 1. It's going to allow enough time for Vail to get back, though. Mondo needs to challenge. At least forces it for Vail, but Bluey playing patient now, and we're starting to see those bad clears come out of Carthage here. They got to start looking for each other, keeping the ball a little bit closer, playing a 50. It's hard to do, though, on low boost. Pixler with great 50-50. Finds the shot opportunity. It's around. It's going to be off the bar, but can he center it? He can't.
Just too horizontal for that one to go in. But Vail's in position, but Bluey gets a nice challenge. Miller popping it up for Chippy to Bluey underneath, and not going to amount to anything for Indiana Tech except for pressure on the Firebirds net.
Yeah, you know, it was a great shot opportunity. It would have been a crazy angle had he scored it, or even if it was a pass. But Firebirds just not even looking too phased. They're trying to keep up their pressure they had. Pixlr finds the 50-50. Mondo, though, on low boost. Tries to throw the fake in. It works out well, but without clearing it to someone, it's going to be tough. But that's a bad touch. Shot opportunity from Vale. Not quite enough mustard on it as some baseball players would put it. As the shot just does not find the back of the net. Now we're back toward the orange half. Carthage Firebirds have to transition out on low boost.
That's going to be really hard for them to clear this ball away with the minimal boost. And Mondo getting demoed. He's gonna get some of that boost back, but not really enough to do as much as he would like. Vale looking for the touch. Possible center opportunity. Pixlr putting it in position, but Miller is there. Just faster to the ball.
Little opportunity there. We see Vale now taking it to the wall. We're seeing a lot more pressure out of the Firebirds right now, and that's okay as long as they find something with this bit of pressure. That pass mid doesn't find anyone, but there's a good bump. Miller now with full boost is going to pass it to Bluey, who's going to have the backboard free for the double touch. It's got to be a save, and it's instead a slot, as there's the third from Indiana Tech.
Top right bin for Bluey. And yeah, Vale just couldn't get there in time. Pixlr as well. I mean, again, the minimal boost, not able to control the boost. That is a big problem for Carthage Red in this game 6, and that's why Indiana Tech's up 3.
There we go. We got a kickoff opportunity. Vale just doesn't quite find anything on it. Pick's able to at least steal some boost. As we see Indiana Tech looking for the reset. It's a pass off. Vale might have caught him sleeping. Miller, though, on the goal line. 2 minutes, though, on the clock. Plenty of time. Pixlr tries to collect it to the corner. Doesn't find any of the boost, though. And now Bluey's got a chance. We see the pre-jump come through. No one from Carthage able to touch it. Miller now trying to pass it to Bluey. Mondo will cut it off in the corner. And now Bluey might have just owned gold.
I think he did, yeah.
Bluey might have just owned gold. Yeah, I'm DMing Bluey right now and telling him, Bluey's in a draft league that I'm in for Rocket League, and I'm telling him he's never getting drafted again after that one.
Oh, man.
So,
oh, man. Oh, my God. Oh.
We'll see if the Firebirds now can put a little magic together. Minute 30, 90 seconds left. Miller tries for the musty toward net. Cut off by Pixlr. Chippy now gets 2 touches around. Now we see Indiana Tech getting a little confused here. Miller on the goal line 0, but that's a poor 50. It's flying toward the orange half. Pixlr prioritizes the boost. Miller now passes it upfield. Not Miller, Mondo. Mondo passes it upfield. Miller jumped. Pixlr now has to control this. Minute left. He's getting pre-jumped off the ceiling. Can't quite get past Miller. As again, Miller's just showing that ego right now in the Carthage players. Acting like it's a 6-man's lobby. Almost seeing another own goal come through. Chippy tries to get through. Can't quite find it. Firebirds, they've had just such good pressure, and it's been just simple moments that have kept them from scoring again in this game. But it couldn't be this one, though. Slot comes off the bar.
There we go. Way to be there,
Vale will tap it in. 3-2 now, 30 seconds left. Don't call it a comeback. They're still here. Firebirds looking for one more. Wow, what a save, though, off that slot.
Yeah. 36 seconds to go here. Game 6. Gotta have it if you're Carthage, if you want the #1 overall ranking. West B for Division 2. Obviously, like we said before, we got into this matchup. Both of these teams are already qualified for playoffs. It's just a matter of who's going to get the #1 overall seed.
So we will see what happens here as Vale tries to pop it up. Gets around 2. This is an opportunity now with that demo coming through. Vale finds a 50-50. 10 seconds left for the Firebirds. Bluey tries to clear it out. Chippy, that boost spawns right on him. And so it goes over. It's going to have to be coast to coast for the Firebirds on 0 seconds. That's the pop-up. No one is there from the Firebirds. Oh, but it's a pop-up from Pixlr. Mondo looks for the pinch. Shot opportunity. He's bumped away. And Indiana Tech will take it in game number 6. 4-2 for Indiana Tech. GG's to them.
GG's indeed.
GG's to Miller. Man, we had such a good graphic for if Miller lost this game, by the way. Oh, it was going to be legendary.
Oh, man.
Do we have it? Do you have it over there? Let's show it anyway. Let's show it anyway.
Show it anyway.
Let's show it anyway. I don't care. Can't waste that graphic.
Yeah, there it is.
Friendship ended with Miller. Now Mondo is my best friend. And we got Miller, get out of here, crossed out. Mondo in the Spider-Man suit. There we go. All right. But overall, GG's, both teams still heading to the playoffs. Just Indiana Tech will be the 1 seed.
Yep. Yeah, great effort from both of the teams. Very, very great series.
Yeah, it was a great series. I think we have another series coming up. But
Yes.
before we get to that, I think we do want to take a second to shout out our seniors who have put the time into this program. Some of actually all of them for all their time here. Up first, we do have the tenured professor, Grandpa Taxi. He goes to bed at 10 p.m. every night. I have had the honor of teaming with Andrew Marin, a.k.a. Tax Evader. I teamed with him for a full year, his freshman year. It wasn't, it was a freshman year for him, and I didn't have the best year either. It had ups and downs, but one thing I can say about Tax, through all the ups and downs, is he is the most composed individual you will ever meet. He is the most analytical thinker you could ever meet. He is so supportive, and he is the biggest team player I could ever know. You see, he's been a captain now for 2 years. He's graduating a year early. That was the trade-off. He could graduate this year. I said, fine, I'll graduate next year then. But always trying to get, even in matches, always trying to get the subs plan, trying to just make sure everyone is getting their chance. And so, Tax, Andrew, we thank you very much for your time at this program, and congratulations on your graduation this year. Moving up second, we have someone I hold very close to my heart. We have Connor Moore, a.k.a. Nyrome. Connor is, we were freshmen at the same time. He's basically my best friend here. If you ask anyone, Connor, listen, he doesn't say much, but he is the backbone of any team he's on. He is a defensive masterclass, and he will be there whenever you need him in the clutch moments. If you get him past game 1 of LAN, oh my gosh, he's lights out. Get him past game 1, he's lights out. He and I have had the opportunity to team now for 2 years. We're teaming this semester. We teamed all of last year with Pixlr during Pixlr's freshman season. He's just the most go with the flow. Hey, we're down 0-2, we're down 0-3, whatever, we ball. We're going to keep on going. Will bring us to game 5. One of my favorite memories playing with Connor was we played a game against University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee that we said double or nothing, accounted for 2 leagues. And we went absolutely nuts when he nailed the most rinky-dink overtime goal in Game 5. So, again, Connor, good luck to everything in the future, and thank you for everything you've done for the Firebirds. This does bring me to the last person that was supposed to be graduating this year, who I got to know for my first semester at college. We have a nice patch on our jerseys that I never take off. I don't switch to the new jersey. It's going to be weird. When we switch to the new jersey next year, we have Zach Eisenagel, a.k.a. Trix. We named the club after him in Rocket League. Andrew asked if I wanted to say a few words. Andrew Turbid Jugular, by the way. This one, we got 2 Andrews.
Yep.
I asked if I wanted to say a few words, and I thought I was going to prepare him. But that really wasn't it with Zach. It was the more random, unprepared moments, like when you would see him he lived four doors down from me. When you would see him at 11:30 at night, he's asking me for batteries, and we'd end up chatting until 12:15, just about whatever's going on. Zach was the most supportive person I've ever met in this game, in esports. I've never met a kinder soul than Zach. I miss him every day. I don't think there's a day that goes by that I'm not thinking about him or he doesn't pop into my head, especially whenever I'm playing. And so we thank Zach for always looking over the program. Zach gave the best hugs, and he was like 1 billion feet tall, so his hugs were really encompassing, and I miss them. And I just shout out Zach, a.k.a. Trix, a.k.a. Ice, our Iceman, always giving us love when we need it, and ice in the clutch. So thank you, Zach, and thank you to all of our seniors as we close out our little senior celebration.
Yep. Well said. I've gotten a chance to broadcast games for both Tax Evader and Nyrome. I mean, both of them are just some of the most selfless people I've ever met personally.
Absolutely.
As a broadcaster. I mean, everybody here is just so inclusive, so collaborative, and that's what I like about Carthage Sports.
It absolutely is. I mean, we try to treat Rocket League, at least we just we're brothers at the end of the
Yeah.
day. And so we're there for each other. We fight with each other. We're highs and lows with each other, but at the end of the day, we're always going to have each other's back. And that's what I love that these seniors have all showed our program.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Alrighty, well, with the senior segment being concluded, we will be back for Carthage White versus Indiana Wesleyan. So stay tuned. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the final series of the evening. Carthage Firebirds White taking on Indiana Wesleyan Division 4 action here. Carthage White coming in at 3-3. Indiana Wesleyan coming in at 4-2. Carthage Firebirds White's currently 5th in Division 4 Central A stage. Indiana Wesleyan, excuse me. That's going to be a hard one for tonight. Is 4th. So Carthage White is fighting for a playoff spot here. Top 4 teams in each of the 2 stages per division make it to playoffs. As far as my knowledge goes of how the playoff structure works.
It's top 4 from each side,
Cool.
and then 1, 4, 3, 2 on each side.
Okay, cool.
From each side.
So yeah, moral of the story, Carthage White needs to win this game. Preferably if they could not allow Indiana Wesleyan to win too many games in the series, because the game differential might play a factor.
I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to risk anything.
Right, that's true. Oh yeah, I am joined alongside Wolfstrike.
Yeah, Flair wasn't feeling great after the... Dribbles or dribbles?
I'm gonna say dribbles.
We have this conversation every week. When
we're gonna say it's dribbles. You know why? It's March Madness season.
Yes!
That's why.
Yeah,
Shame on you, Clemson. Shame on you.
Broke my bracket.
Mine too. Joystick looking to clear it away from Firebirds White half, and this team consists of Joystick, Acro, and Taxivator, the senior we just honored a little bit ago.
So let's just glaze tax then.
Yeah, we should. Yeah.
Great guy.
I don't think he's ever filled out a tax form in his life.
I don't. I don't know. Which is ironic considering he's in business.
Yeah, we might have to ask him off stream before tonight's over.
Oh,
Taxivator, there we go.
There we go.
Our producer was like, please glaze Taxivator.
Stop calling him out for not doing his tax forms.
But like,
hey, look, he did it.
Yeah.
Great demo from Joystick as well. Great demo.
Comes from that Waukesha South tree of that team that would demo everybody.
Look, it's not
a broadcast. Right. It's not a broadcast without me mentioning that team.
It's not a broadcast without you using your Wisa connections.
I mean, hey, it's the pipeline.
It's like you know where everyone went to school.
Yeah, it's the pipeline, baby. Joystick trying to pass this one over to Taxivator. Twist. Gonna pop that one out to Zerata, I want to say. Yeah. Some of these usernames kind of just throw me off.
I feel like this happens every single week. We have like a new username that just like we don't know how to pronounce.
Can we just have something like Crimson Shin again?
The Crimson Shin!
Oh, that was great.
Oh, and the amount of Fairly Odd Parents jokes we made that night.
Yeah, that was great.
I mean, like, last game, the Red Series, they had great usernames to say.
You're right.
Chippy, Bluey, Miller.
Yeah.
Of course, we're not friends with Miller anymore. We have Mondo.
To put it bluntly, yes. Taxivator going for a second when he puts it in.
Down.
It's his night. It's senior night. You know what? It's tax night, except for the tax forms, of course. Leave those at home, but bring Taxivator here.
Yeah.
Really gonna milk out all the tax jokes tonight.
Oh no, my W-2s.
Maybe you should get your advice from Taxivator. Oh, I thought he was going to score a third one there. Dribbles over to Zerata, trying to put a second goal in for Indiana Wesleyan. You know, this game is important for both of these teams in Division 4. They're both fighting for that playoff spot.
What position is Indiana in?
They are in 4th currently.
Oh, so they're fighting to keep the spot.
Yep.
Okay, I see. That was a little risky there. They got Carthage getting lucky and no one touched that.
Carthage White really needs this head-to-head, though, against Indiana Wesleyan. Not just for, these two teams, but just overall. Yeah. They don't have many valuable head-to-head wins against the superior teams.
Stop on the wall there by Akko. And Tax will take it forward. Also, as I'm just going to put this out there as another thing about Tax. Tax does this on KBM. He plays keyboard and mouse. So almost I think everyone else is in controller.
Yeah.
And he's on keyboard mouse.
He's one of one. What can we say? He's one of one.
Yeah. I have no clue how he does this because keyboard controls are really weird.
Yeah, for sure. That one going to be in. It is for
I think the
Zerata.
default jump button is right click.
Yeah, that's weird. 2-2 game, though. 54 seconds to go here in this
And
game
good
one.
demo here,
Yeah.
like you saw in that first Taxivator goal. Good demo there for Carthage, but not Carthage, for Indiana Wesleyan.
Joystick off the kickoff, trying to
They
fit
do
that
like
one
to
through.
keep dribbles back on that kickoff. Have you noticed that?
Yes, I have noticed that. Taxivator, though, with the center.
Oh, that good block there from dribbles.
Zerata
Dribbles
with an
with-
open net.
Dribbles
Can he
with
capitalize?
2 saves
No.
and 3 demos.
Echo
Ooh.
just gets obliterated. He didn't even see the sun after that. Wow. Joystick trying to put some pressure on the Indiana Wesleyan. Echo,
Oh, good,
beautiful.
great.
Beautiful flick.
And then there's the Hudson AMQ. Thank you, Epic, for allowing us to create this excellent clip.
Just a great play. That just goes right through Zerata's car as well as he's trying to acrobatically
he's
save that.
underneath it.
Right, yeah.
Okay, 20 seconds left here for Carthage to hold on to this lead.
Dribbles. Full control of the ball. Echo meets him, though. Great 50.
Oh, that was online, I think, if that doesn't get deflected.
Carthage just needs
Popped
to
up here by dribbles. Taxivator.
shoot this ball down
Joyce.
here.
Yeah, that looks like it's going to a little awkward here for Indiana Wesleyans. They're trying to have the greatest
Still up.
time.
Oh,
Oh,
boy.
no.
Tax
Hits it
gets the
back.
clear.
Still up. Tax
A
still with the
couple
ball.
more touches, and this thing will be down. But
And
there
there
we
it
go.
goes.
Okay.
Okay.
I was gonna say Indiana Wesleyan wanted to keep that ball up longer, but all right, we will head to a quick intermission break. We'll be right back. And just like that, we're back with Game 2 action. Carthage,
Yeah, a little bit of a
Firebirds
stream-
leading the
little
series.
bit of a
right.
stream issue,
A little bit of a
so.
stream issue. Minor one, though. Not
Yeah.
a major one. Carthage leading the series 1-0 for those who just tuned into the stream. This is a best
Ooh,
of
we're
5
not on-
Division 4 series.
I just realized we're not on the stadium today.
No.
Oh. Have you seen the new map?
Have I? No, I haven't.
You haven't seen the new Rocket League map?
No.
It's called like Futura Arena or something. Really cool. It's the new load screen background.
Oh,
Like when you're in the lobby.
gotcha.
The new lobby background.
That one's in immediately for Zerata.
I would say immediately,
well,
but
within 40 seconds.
Yeah.
We'll call it that.
good, strong shot too. 6-7.
We see Hustle in the back of Joystick's cam and also Taxivator's cam trying to hype up his team. Hey,
Okay,
there
it
we go. Joystick.
I was too busy looking at cams.
Fast response. And that's just a nice solo play off the
Great
kickoff.
shot.
Yeah. Incredible shot.
It's weird because it doesn't put you on the camera of the person who scored.
yeah.
I was like, Akka, what is Akka doing here? He didn't score.
Oh.
He
He almost did.
I almost called that. Is that a caster curse? The fact that he didn't score that? I don't know.
We'll let the gods decide that one.
The gods, otherwise known as production.
Yes. Indeed. I was going to waterfall joystick there for the great touch. To stall whatever Indiana Wesleyan wants to do. A demo comes out. That ball's in position. Twist.
Yeah, great.
He's going to score. Oh, there's that poof goal explosion again.
Oh, no. The poof. Oh, the frames. Poof.
So simple compared to all the other.
Yeah,
goal
like
explosions
the
we got.
Hatsune Miku one. Exactly. Which in reality is just a reused Bunny Sugo one, I think.
Echo off the kickoff. Let's see what he can do here. Trying to just throw off dribbles.
Is Aqua's boost making that weird sound?
I think so.
I want to know what boost he has so I can get that and bother people.
Just deliberately just swerve past them. Oh, wow.
Great. Nice goal.
Great read from dribbles.
Just kind of runs past it.
Yep.
Okay.
We can't confirm it is Echo's boost that's making that weird noise for those of you watching at home.
It's like a little weird bubbly sound. It's cool. Oh, he's the Miku car and everything.
He's all decked out, man. Joystick, great touch. However, Indiana Wesleyan. Oh my God, dude, that's so hard to say.
Wesley? We have Wes. We have Coach Wes.
Yes, we do have Wes.
We have Coach Wes. Unfortunately.
Right, exactly. We have Wes at home. Indiana Wesleyan. Yep. It's rather looking for a center attempt. Twist is just there. And
I thought that was one of our cars for a second.
all of a sudden, Indiana jumping out to a 4-1 lead, 2:54 to go.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. Carthage can't really let, even if they win this, they can't let too many games go. Like, that game differential can add up, especially with Rocket League, as opposed to like other games that might be like 2-0 easily. But
For sure.
oh, dribbles with a solo chance here, but joystick is there to cover. Oh. Oh. Tax couldn't evade that.
We're here all night, ladies and gentlemen. I promise you. Oh, my goodness. That one goes over Tax Evader. Speaking of him, might do a little something crazy.
Oh,
Popping it up
to
for
Akko.
Akko dropping it down with joystick. Oh, just too slow.
I think Akko could have taken a shot there.
Yeah. I think
He
they were a
had the
little too
angle.
hesitant to.
It's white.
Try to do
It's this is white. So this is Carthage white. Then they like to set up a lot. They do they do like their setups. Not as much as Carthage Black does, but Carthage Black loves passing that ball around.
Dorada's shot's going to be saved off. Tax Evader trying to read it off that right wall. I don't think he got a touch on it. Might have just faked it, honestly.
Joystick.
Tax is just there.
This is what he does best, though. He's that little.
He's locked in. Look at him, man. He's just locked in.
He just lurks.
Yeah.
He's always there for a rebound, and yeah.
He's like that one overpowered user linebacker in Madden, I swear. It's everywhere, man. It's everywhere.
Linebacker user lurk.
And then those acrobatic animations, that's just him just simply hitting the ball in the most conventional way possible.
Oh, joystick like it. Oh.
It's another opportunity for Akko. Great touch from Twist, though. Dribble's going to follow it.
Oh,
Open
no one's
net.
back.
Oh, unfortunate miscue for Carthage White.
Yeah, it just gets over. I don't know. Is that Tax? Yeah, it just gets slightly over Tax's car there. Okay.
This one's not totally out of reach for Carthage
Yes,
White.
but at the same time,
Got to
can't
start
allow-
scoring now.
because for Rocket League, does goal differential matter for standings?
I don't believe so. I think
Okay.
they're just taking overall game record and then head-to-heads.
Okay.
I don't think they ever did plus-minus for game differential before. That could be new for this season. I didn't see it previously, but it is a new statistic.
Bump. Akko bumped.
Oh my goodness. Just full concentration there from dribbles and was really living up to his name. I mean, it is March Madness season after all. So.
We should get
That is how
that
you-
being said, we should just, why aren't they playing not drop shot?
Hoops?
Yes, Hoops. Is it just Hoops?
Yeah, it's just Hoops.
Oh, I was thinking it was like some cool name.
No, it's
Just Hoops.
not just Hoops.
Oh, joystick with a miss there.
Yeah, it's not a cool name like Snow Day. I'm sorry.
Snow Day, drop shot.
Rumble. Producer said Rumble's the best game mode. I would agree with that take.
No, Rumble Chaos is amazing. I played that in a private lobby with my
Let's
friends.
not sleep on Drop Shot though.
Drop shot's great.
Epic, please add Drop Shot to the game again.
Please add drop shot to normal rotation.
Please. I get the player count isn't as great. Oh, what a save from Dribbles. Robbing
Tax looked like
Tax
he
of
had
another
a free
goal.
Oh, Akko,
Hey,
great.
there we go.
Great goal there. And Hatsune Miku returns.
You know what? Tax didn't fill out the W4. You know who did? Akko. And you know what his reward is? The goal. Okay, 22 seconds to go in game 2.
What just happened? Like 3 people just missed the kickoff.
Yeah, they're just testing their fake kickoff ability. I mean, this one's basically out of reach, so why not try and do something fancy?
Oh, a little awkward touch there. See if
If-
Carthage can maybe get a goal right.
Yeah.
A 0-second goal, even though it wouldn't win them the game, might be good. Okay. Iwu.
Oh, the things we come up with on these streams, I swear.
It's a Thursday.
Yeah. Almost
Thursday
Friday.
night,
Almost
yeah.
Friday. Almost Friday. We're almost
I
there.
still got homework to do, so that's what happens when I come straight from rehearsal. Yeah.
So, yeah, Indiana Wesleyan taking further
Triples with
control.
700 points.
Wow. 3 goals, 2 saves, 7 shots.
One
Getting
demo.
a lot of action on the net.
89,
89 ball
ball
touches. So we're ball chasing. I'm kidding. But still, 89 ball touches.
yeah.
Ridiculous. But, I mean, that's why Indiana Wesleyan has this advantage here. And, you know, for Carthage, all 3 members scored, but, you know, it's just miscues on defense, you know.
Yeah, that triple commit really hurt them.
I believe the game was 4-2 at that time.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
could have been. Yeah. I think it was 4-2.
Yeah. It was at least a 2-goal
Yeah.
difference. But Akko coming in with 4 saves, joystick 2, Tax Raider 1, 10 shots on net. We can't see the full statistics for Indiana Wesleyan because the cameras, but it's okay.
It was Zaradas we couldn't see. So.
That
He,
game
he
3.
didn't have the biggest game, but he did have that first goal. So. I wonder if you see Carthage White just be a little more aggressive this game.
Yeah.
It seemed like game 1 they had that kind of like that killing edge, but now with game 2 they kind of sat back more.
Yeah, once you have that killing edge, you just got to stick with it.
Oh,
no matter
joystick!
what. Oh,
close.
no.
So close.
Passing play not materializing. Dribbles
Off.
from up top. No good. Tax Vader in a one-on-one here, but Zarada's going to get the best of that. Joystick, though, trying to put this one through. Akko to follow up. Oh, Tax
Taxivator!
Yes! There he is! He's got to adjust
the glass.
Got to adjust the frames
What
here.
is this angle we're at on Tax?
Wow.
It's such a weird camera angle for it.
Must have cleaned his glasses about 5 times before this game because he's seeing clearly here.
Oh, good demo from Akko. That had a chance to do something.
Twist with a nice 50. Joystick in a dangerous
Say
position.
we're doing March Madness now. It's next Thursday. MLB opens,
Yes.
and we have sports every single day of the week, and it's amazing. It's gonna be amazing.
Yes.
I'm
yes.
so excited for MLB. Granted, I'm biased. I'm a Tigers fan. I'm happy with what we're doing. So.
Twist looking for a solo play opportunity. Center. Oh, Joystick
just
can't
gets
find
it.
the angle.
I think he just gets it right behind him.
Yeah.
Like, why are we on Tax's POV? Oh, okay, we're not. Oh, it's a 50.
Yeah. Until
That's
when the
rough.
joystick is going to want to have back.
I think he was just too far ahead of the ball, so it
yeah.
kind of rolled off
The
his car
anticipation was
first.
just off.
It rolled it off his car more than he lost the 50. Dribbles with a chance here. That was
Okay.
nice. Okay, then.
Nice little solo play action.
I can't even air dribble, so.
Me neither. Don't feel
Oh,
bad.
flip reset.
Okay. Just styling and profiling.
All the tricks tonight, are we?
Just styling and profiling.
Hey, you can see Carthage was a little more aggressive on that kickoff because they delayed that second man. Tax. Oh, great save. Dribbles. Dribbles has been everywhere for them.
Yep.
For Wesleyan tonight.
Really has. Oh, my goodness.
Acco with an. Oh, it was Tax.
Yeah,
Acco.
it was Tax.
Sorry,
Tax
my bad.
just getting shoved away from the ball.
He's
Ah,
being
what if,
forced. He's being
like
shoved
Acco
towards the
cut a little more
the
inside?
tax forms.
He's got to fill out the 1099, the W-2. I mean, he's so behind, man. Joystick passing it to Acco.
Oh!
Beautiful.
Beautiful pinch.
In transition. Acco was
that
a
a pinch?
huge
Yeah,
smile
is
on
that a
his
pinch?
face. Huh?
Was it a pinch? No.
Oh, a little
How
assist
did
from Twist
I thought
Car.
Joystick was gonna steal that at first. Must have bounced off to Acco again.
Twist with the assist
But
that time.
Carthage with an equalizer now that could see them take advantage. Joystick with a chance here. Pogo. Oh.
See if Acco does beat Zareta to the ball after a missed touch. Still in position.
So I randomly just thought of Crimson Shin again.
Oh,
Dude,
my God.
that guy is that name is legendary.
Yeah.
Unlike Miller. He's not here anymore.
Oh!
Twizzed? Is it twist or twizzed?
Twist.
Okay.
At least that's what I think.
Oh, that's a nice passing play
That's
too.
a nice redirect.
And the ball just disappeared.
Yep.
Poof.
And they go up 3-2, 2:29 to go in game 3. This has been a very competitive series so far. Acco going off that right side. Twist there to make the play. Oh, missed
Joystick
touch
just
by
missed.
Joystick.
Oop.
However, he puts it back in position, or Tax Evader on zero boost trying to go for that. Almost said Acco there. Caught myself. Dude, Dribbles can try and force his center to go his way.
Does seem like Carthage is just kind of sitting back and trying to catch him on the counter.
Acco trying to get that touch. Just misreading it. Multiple players missing the ball. Off what looked like an
Carthage is a
unreadable bounce.
little boost hungry here. Oh,
And it's not a good,
good
place
clear.
to be
Great
in.
clear though.
Oh,
from
is that
Dribbles.
in? Oh, what a save
Oh,
from
Acco
Zarata
maybe?
at the last
Oh,
possible
Dribbles gets
second.
that last little clear. Joystick last man back. Tax clears.
Joystick trying to get it past Dribble. Get a roam in the
Acco
back
with
line.
the
Acco,
center.
though, getting it in position. Still just fighting off every
Tax!
50.
Oh,
Joystick!
joystick. My bad.
Hey,
my
there we
bad.
go.
My bad. Wrong person.
That's okay.
They all have yellow cars. I mean, I guess Acco doesn't, but it's a yellow base. I think still.
A goal is a goal.
Goal is a goal.
Minute and 2 to go here. Game 3, tied at 3. If you're a fan of threes, you are absolutely winning right now. Hey, there's a 3 in my name, so there's that.
Not in mine. My tag usually has a 9 somewhere.
Acco trying to go for another center. Tax does have boost.
Like, how does he do this on KBM? I don't understand.
I don't know.
Like,
He's just different, man. He's literally just different, just putting all kinds of pressure on Indiana Wesleyan at a crucial time, but can't get too overzealous if you're Carthage White. Oh, beautiful play from Indiana Wesleyan, and
couldn't really see that just because of that demo.
yep, we got smoke screened ourselves.
Just kind of like lifts it over everyone.
Yep.
Wish
It
we had
looked
a-
like
I wish we had a
joystick.
better
It looked like
angle.
joystick got like he got thrown up in the air and
And
then
then
just got
demoed
demoed,
immediately.
right? It's like LeBron.
Wombo
with the
combo.
It's like LeBron with the chalk toss. I mean, that's what that looked like.
Joystick.
Oh, off
Oh!
the crossbar. No.
And he misses the follow up too.
That one goes through for Indiana Wesleyan, and that might just put away game
that one
3.
hurts.
I mean, you know, 2 goals for Carthage Red, 4 seconds each is possible.
Joystick come off that corner weird. Is that what that was?
I
Looked like
believe
he was
so.
a little out of control.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit out of control, out of position.
I mean, that corner just... The goal corners are legendary for not being consistent.
No, as Flair alluded to on the broadcast earlier, they are the 4th defender. So
Yes, they are.
I am a firm believer of that theory. So
The corners can either mess up your car, mess up the shot, score the shot.
it's a jack of all trades.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dribble's another good game.
Signing up on my
590.
fantasy Rocket League team.
Dribbles with 590 this game.
Just being consistent for Indiana Wesleyan, and if you're Carthage Red, you got to look to shut this guy down. We saw that huge air dribble play that he had earlier on in Game 3. And once again, you know, Carthage Red is scoring. The output is there. It's just the defense is it's not
Indiana
clicking.
Wesleyan's output is bigger.
Oh, right, exactly. Clear difference in the shot output between both of these teams.
Yeah, I think they need to maybe look at demoing dribbles a bit more. Maybe just demoing in general more, honestly.
Just isolate him away from the ball as best as you can.
Yeah.
And that's
Which is
ultimately what you got to do
I
here.
mean, 63 touches for Joystick is really good. 6 shots from him as well. So the chances are there.
Yeah.
I think it's just they're not quite being able to get them.
Yeah.
Because we had, what, was that 12 shots total from us? And we just couldn't put them away, so.
Yep.
And we're on a different map this time, too.
Different map. Again, this is Neo Tokyo. For
I
Game
love
4,
this stadium.
Series
I love
point.
this stadium,
Me
though.
too.
It's so cool.
I like how we have a rotation for this one. Joystick. Trying to find one
Rotation?
early.
What do you mean? Oh, just like the map rotation for today?
Yeah.
I see what you mean. We're not playing on
Sorry.
Champions Field
Map rotation.
constantly.
Sorry. Nice to have some variety. Tax Vader.
Yeah, Valorant was complaining about their map rotations. They lost Abyss to the map rotation. They lost one of their best maps to map rotation.
Man.
Tax!
Oh! They're at a right
I wanna
place.
try
Right
to
to
plug- I
already
wanna-
3 saves within 40 seconds.
I'm going to try to plug all of our games. Unfortunately, I think Siege is done.
I think we have Valorant. We have
Rocket League.
Rocket League. Do you have anything else?
I don't think Siege made playoffs. So
Okay.
no.
It was a solid first year for them.
In at least 4 weeks, I think, 3-4 weeks, we will have nationals covered.
Yes.
And that is, we will be streaming almost every single day. That has been confirmed to me by the director himself, which means you're going to see us you might see us a bit more.
Yep. Our producer is doing
Oh, the money dance.
the money dance.
Because that means more hours for him.
Yep. Oh, is that one going to go in? And it is for Twist.
I love the poof. That was great. That was so good. Watch it. Just because he walks it in, right? Oh, he steals it too.
Oh, man.
But yeah, so
Wow.
once National starts, hopefully we're streaming every week of that.
Yep.
Catch me playing Tuesdays for League of Legends.
Our producer is sleeping on League of Legends. I'm not sure if you're going to like that one. Strike.
It's fine.
It's all friendly
You could
BM
probably,
at the end of the day.
with how
anyway.
long our games go, he could probably take a nap during them.
Akka could do-
Oh! What? Did we just see what we think we just...
We did. We
What
did,
a
Kevin
shot.
Harlan. We did.
What a shot.
Wow.
Wow.
That might have been the best goal of the evening. Throughout both of the series. Wow.
Oh.
Joystick-
I forgot the new
crossbar
the
noise.
new
Yep.
crossbar. It's going to be so infuriating because my roommate and I play. And we both hit the bar a lot. it like don't score a lot and hit the post and stuff.
Dribbles. Oh my
Oh.
goodness, again, another air dribble. And, you know, like we were
Air
talking
dribbles.
about. Yep.
Flight destination, your goal.
We promise, no pun intended. Actually, scratch that. We do. That's what we do around here.
Yeah. And then also in a few weeks we have I don't know. Have we really talked about the charity stream yet? We could do that. We could plug that.
Yeah, we
We'll
could plug
We'll
that.
plug that at the
We're
end.
still trying to find an exact date for that.
No,
It
it's
was
the original date.
Oh, it is the original date? Okay,
Yeah.
so like April 12th, April
Yeah,
13th.
just because he didn't want to deal with Easter.
Gotcha. Yeah, I saw that change. I was like,
guys, please!
oh my god.
Oh my
No,
God!
What?
What?
Oh my god. No.
We have this exact same reaction.
We see.
You should see. I want to run
We've seen
that.
this before. I've seen this before. We saw it with the Carthage Red series. I forget what series it was, but we saw something like that. Whichever team DJ was on.
DJ?
Yeah, was that like Mount Union?
don't
I want to say it's. I want
don't
to say it's
remember.
Mount Union. I'm
No,
like.
the
I'm like 70% sure it's Mount Union.
after Akko scored, it looked like we had the one like
Or was
like
it-
the one WWE meme.
Yeah.
Where they're just like all like whoa.
It might have been the Southeastern Oklahoma series. I'm not sure.
Both
though.
are good series.
Yeah.
Oh, I look back on streaming those Red games so well.
Yeah.
Those Red games those Red
Just
series.
so
were
just so memorable, man.
So exciting too.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Whoa,
joystick.
okay.
Okay. Nice.
Using part of the crossbar as well. Very innovative. See if, okay, you know what? We see an average of like 1 or 2 of those in every series, so they're common. For those of you at home, don't freak out. That's just a misinput.
Me when I play Smash.
Me when I play any video game.
Carthage under a minute here to save themselves and force us to game 5.
Joystick trying to get a pass out to Tax Evader.
There's a lot of pressure though right now. Just not let him really get out.
Tax Evader, full head of
Gets a pull
steam.
forward.
Nice 50.
Drops. Chance
Minimal
here.
boost
Oh
for Carthage though, and you know this is the spot where you can't.
Tax
afford-
Evader!
Oh,
No!
I'm not sure what happened there.
He just got blocked.
Oh no.
His shot just got blocked.
No.
It was a good shot. It just got blocked.
Man.
Oh, I thought that was going in.
Indiana Wesleyan, all you have to do is just keep
Looking-
it near Carthage's net, and you walk away with a better chance to get into the playoffs. Talk about Rocket League timing. Nonetheless, though, Indiana
oh my God,
Wesleyan.
dribbles with 6:30 again.
Wow, it's gonna win the series.
He had such
3
a
to
good
1.
They had such a good season.
Yeah, for sure.
Zarada with 500 and no goals.
Wow. Wait.
No
6?
goals, no
6 saves.
6 saves. Wait, I thought that was a
What?
0.
What?
I thought that was a 0 at first.
Yeah, me too.
And who knows how many of those were epic saves too, so give him more points.
Right. Wow.
Wow.
No way. No way. Oh, my
Game
God.
didn't count, game didn't count, game didn't count, game didn't count.
Run it back, run it
Run it
back,
back,
run it
run it
back.
back,
No,
run
we're
it
kidding. We're kidding. No, hats off to both teams for a great
Yeah.
series overall. Carthage White, you know, if there is a clinching scenario for them, it's going to be pretty slim.
Yeah.
Because Indiana Wesleyan does have that 4th spot, and they do have the head-to-head, so they're most likely going to the playoffs. Carthage White might miss it by a smidge, but, you know, just hats off to all the players, Joystick, Tax Raider, Acco. We didn't really get to stream them much, but we streamed them about 3 or 4 times.
Say their streams are always like weird times.
Yeah,
Their
yeah.
games
I
are
remember
weird
the
times.
Northwood one. The game
Yeah,
one.
we casted that.
Yeah, it was like 5-minute overtime for game. That was before you came. It was like 5-minute overtime game 1. I was like absolutely flabbergasted, bro. I was just like, how are they going, bro? How are they going this long?
So yeah, we will have Valorant playoffs on Monday. Wednesday we will not be here for Siege, so we won't have a Wednesday stream next week. And we will be back here on Thursday for Rocket League playoffs.
Yes.
And those brackets will come out soon. So
If you want to keep up to date on all things Rocket League, go to League OS. Search up Carthage on there. You'll find it.
Yep.
And
So, yeah.
once again, shout out to all of our graduating seniors this year. Tax evader.
Tax the graduating junior.
Yes.
He's
Exactly.
avoiding school too.
He's avoiding.
He's evading
everything.
the school.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
So yeah,
Shout
we
out
will
to
have
Tax evader, Nyrome, and Trix.
Yes. Yeah, so as I alluded to earlier, we'll be having a 24-hour charity stream the weekend of the 12th, 13th, I think is what
Yep.
I was told.
Yep.
So, yeah, we'll have a lot of head-to-heads against Lakeland?
Lakeland. Yep.
Thank you.
Maybe we'll throw in some Mario Kart too.
Oh, no.
Let's see if I can run it with them. We'll
So, yeah,
see.
we will have pretty big a game. Essentially, I think the plan is a bunch of game matches across the board for
Yep.
almost every single game against Lakeland. So, yeah, that'll be fun.
Yep. So
That's gonna be some money
Yes.
for us, and
for sure.
but yeah, so that'll be Valorant, League, Rocket League. I don't know about Siege. I know the three. I know they have those. I don't see the game. Overwatch.
Yeah, Overwatch.
We'll have those four at least. I think those are the only teams I know
Yeah.
for sure they have.
Right. We'll see about Smash.
Yeah,
We'll see
Smash,
about
maybe.
other niche things like Mario.
But
Kart.
it'll be
We'll
24
see.
hours, so there'll be people here
Our
constantly.
producer
here.
wants a Mario Party. We'll
Oh,
see if we
no.
can get that to go.
No. Stream Team Overcooked.
Yes. Yes. You know what? Great idea. Great idea.
Anyways, we will be. That'll come in a few weeks. But yeah, so yeah, we'll look forward to Rocket League playoffs next week, and we'll have Valorant here for you on Monday.
Follow at Carthage Esports on all social medias. Thank you all for watching tonight's stream, and we will see you back this Monday for playoffs, starting with Valorant. Have a good night.